Man, it's dull, it's dreary, it's cold outside, and this is not the weather that I want to drive an hour and a half up to the range and sit out in all day just to practice. Wonder if there was something I could do here at the house that might help me with some of the positional stages that we usually shoot in a match. Let's see. Well, so here it is. I had some time over this Thanksgiving week, so I decided to build my own mini PRS Barricade for my rifle. So I could come up here. I'm upstairs in my game room, and we have an easement behind us, so there's no homes, there's no anything back there. And I thought, gee, what a great way to really set something up. And as I really started to build this thing, I thought, you know, there's more than just a PRS Barricade up there at the range. So let's go through some of the features that I put into this thing. Well, as always, let's start by making sure that the rifle is unloaded. I do want to show you that there is nothing in this magazine. I do have the chamber flag in, but I am taking it out for this for practice. You really have to for practice, but just make sure that you don't have any live ammunition around, that you have no live ammunition in your match saver if you have one, and then we can safely insert the magazine. So, you know, I wanted to start with a basic PRS. I'm going to leave the bipod on, but just with a basic PRS Barricade, and I wanted some elevations that would be kind of standard and not standard. So, for example, this lower station right here is going to make me, right, get down on my knees, right? So we're going to be down on the knees, and then we're going to practice. And here's what I'm practicing here, guys. What I'm doing is I'm putting that reticle on a target out there. Now, this isn't a long distance. That telephone pole is probably 200 yards, 150 yards. But my whole point of practicing is two things. Number one, I want to make sure that I'm keeping that reticle on that target, whatever it is, and then back to it as fast as I can for the follow-up shot. This is what's important. Now, I do not have any recoil here. I get that, right? Now, the other thing, right? I look at this and I say, it's probably not what you should be doing there. I should be up against that barricade. I should have this. You know, if you watched my bag video, you'll see what we were talking about there. And so there you go. The other thing that I like to practice here is movement between positions, right? So remember, in a match, out, up, the bolt is back, remember, when you move, and then we come back down. Now this is a good position because it's got me with my knee, and this is one of my favorite positions, right? So there we go there. And then we have another position up here at the very top. And this is going to help you practice, you know, the tripod, if you will, position, where you're making your feet two legs of a tripod, and then the thing that you're up against is the third leg, right? And then I also like to practice the stage is over. What do we say? You will hear me say in a match, bolt is back, mag is out, and then I take the magazine out. So anyway, that's one thing. I use my pool table there for that, but that's one aspect of this barricade stop. And then I got to thinking, and I thought, you know, we do more than that. So what if I took a pipe like this, and I put some holes in here, and I said, hey, if I do this, now, move it over a little bit, and you can see that what I've done here at the bottom, I think I have another clamp, is, if you can't see that, you might not see it, I'll show you in a little bit, but I've got these clamps that are holding this in, so this whole thing comes apart into the base, and this piece, and then of course these pieces. But here, this is pretty cool, right? So now we've got this. Let me move this camera a little bit. So now I've got the pipe, and I actually put a fitting here too that I can screw it into. But now I've got the pipe, and I'm probably gonna change that to a lead pipe because this PVC isn't that strong. But at least I've got a pipe that could simulate like you know, now see, and then I put it at that height for a reason. So I'd have to decide what I'm gonna do here, right? And then if I wanted to, I could pull this out. I could screw it in down here, which is really going to give me more of that kneel position. And I probably will go to a cast iron pipe. This PVC is just a bit not giving, but there you go. And now we're kneeling, and this is perfect, right? This is perfect. I've got the rifle steady. Bolt is back, mag is out. So there's that one. Then I said, well, and see, here's what I like about this, right? I can just unscrew this, and now it's still manageable. Let's look at the third piece that I put on here. Well, sometimes in a match, they have a 45-degree angle that they want you to shoot off of. So yeah, what I did is I built this piece here, and all it does is it slips right there, slips right there. And then again, I'm using 2 clamps, and make sure you put these in, you know, this way, so you just have this to deal with and not the whole thing. Clamp that down, take this clamp, clamp that down. And I like these quick release clamps. And look, that's not going anywhere. And now, if I want to practice that, I can throw my bag up here, throw my rifle down. I'm not using the right bags and everything for this, guys. I'm just doing this to show you. And here we are. Same drill, just making sure that reticle is staying on the target. And we're good. There we go. So, I just thought, you know, that's a multi-purpose thing. I've got rails. I've got a PRS barricade that I can do all 3 levels on. I've got the 45-degree. And let's take a look at just how I built this thing, give you some ideas. So as I told you before, this is the base here. My hat back on, right? And let me just unclamp these. Take those off so you can see the whole thing. Take that off. This thing is light. I mean, this is just 1x6 I ripped down. So here's what I did is I just built a simple base. I had some plywood, a couple 2x4s that are the width of this. This is literally, I think this is 1/2 inch. It might be 3/8 inch plywood with 2x4 with a 2x4 frame. And I just screwed that all together there. And then I just use these 2 heavier clamps to kind of keep this all together. And it moves a little bit, but you know what? Honestly, I actually like it moving because when you're out there shooting in a match, everything's moving. So if I can keep that reticle on that target here, and again, I know there's no recoil, but if I can be confident in keeping it on here with this thing kind of moving a little bit, then that just helps me with practice. So that's really all it is. It's 2x4 frame, plywood covering with a plywood base. And then again, if I want to take this off, this comes off, and then this just comes out of there. And see how easy that is? I mean, that's just thin. I have a little storage room right off of the game room here, and I just open the door and put this in there when I'm not using it. And then when I want to use it, slides back in, put the clamps on that hold it. See, it's not as steady here. And then I can put those accessories on that I showed you. So anyway, just wanted to show you a quick little video of something that I did over the Thanksgiving week. And hey, hope you enjoy this. If you do one of your own, let us all know. Oh, and don't forget, the thing about this is I can just turn this around, right? And then I'm on the other side of the barricade and I'm practicing the right-hand side of a barricade. So I hope this helped. All the materials here, I would say the most expensive things are these clamps, right? There's probably about, I don't know, $6 or $7 a piece. But just the material, I've probably got $6 in the PVC. This is all the wood here is probably about, I'll say $20 worth. So I think all in, I'm somewhere around 30, 40 bucks. And that 45-degree angle, I just had scrap wood laying around. I used that. But let me show you that just real quick. Again, I made it very simple, very lightweight, just to go right over this thing. And really all I was after was a 45-degree angle that comes right off of this. So you can use the same thing. Anyway, hey, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everyone. The likes, the subscribes, I really appreciate it. And until next time, be stable and shoot straight.